All right, what's up, people? So this is the reading for Friday, the 15th of 2021, October, October 15th, 2021. And it's looking like the high for the week, as expected. The high correlator for the week on the overview chart or overview reading is the exact same card as the high for tomorrow. And based on the movements that I see in the days of the overview spread, they coincide with these days pretty congruently. So it looks to me like we've got a high tomorrow. Now, it's a little tricky, just like yesterday, because we have this works card again, and it's this time it's not nullified, but it's kind of like a bullish, like sideways thing, and there's a lot of lows here for Friday. I see a lot of four low correlators, and there's one high correlator in the pre-market. And it looks to me like there's two options. So at the start of the day, I see two options. Okay, so there's a high in the pre-market, and we push really high to the high in the pre-market, right? There's a triple test or a triple poke through resistance, and then a big drop after that third poke through, and that'll be around the open. And that'll likely drop all the way to the low from yesterday or from today. So the low of the 14th, which depends on if you're looking at the pre-market or the open market, but the low is somewhere in like the 437.88 to 438.81 kind of area on the SPY. And so we should drop to that. This is one option. We drop to that. We bounce along that as support, crisscross it 3 times, and then we shoot higher. There's a trade opportunity at that support level. It looks to me like I could possibly purchase some calls and then sell them in the net, like very, very quickly after, sell them around purchase those calls around the support level that takes place, that we meet like roughly between the open and let's say 11 o'clock. It kind of like will bounce around in there. We'll be able to recognize it. And then there's a push higher from that. So an opportunity for me to buy calls, and then an opportunity for me to sell those calls. Let me make sure. Okay. All right. So what's going to happen is, very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. So we're gonna revisit. So we're gonna push higher, retest the resistance that we met yesterday. Before, most likely the resistance from today. So that we're talking like the 442 area. But with that said, we're going to push higher, and then right around the open there'll be that triple poke through and a big drop, and that drop will be to roughly the low levels of today, which again are 438-ish. 437.50-ish to 439-ish, like that whole area. And we'll drop to that and then bounce along a resistance level, or excuse me, a support level, strife. That's between 10 and 11 o'clock. It looks to me like we hit that when we bounce along, okay, so we bounce along the same levels as the low from today, right? And then when we push higher around the 10 to 11 o'clock mark, we meet the highs from today. So roughly, I mean, we're talking like right around the close of today. So roughly 442.50-ish. And then that's when you look at the high card, the behavior of the high for Friday is going to be like a move higher, like an equal move high, and then a move back down. Like that's the same. It'll be like the same distance basically, or the same price movement up and then down. They cancel each other out. And there's opportunities to either cash in or roll positions at the lows. So we push to that around like somewhere in like the 10 to 12 o'clock mark. We push towards the highs from today. And then there's some volatility, and we something regarding a relationship, an agreement between two leaders, or a merger, or something like that, is highlighted there right around midday between 12 and 1 o'clock. And we have some real like bullish behavior, some real swinging before we move high. It's going to be like bullish swinging, but then we move higher. Then there should be some more swinging. It looks like it just gets really volatile towards the end of the day. We have a significant trough somewhere around 12 to 1. First off, we have a significant low around 9:30 to 10:15-ish, somewhere in there. And then we have a significant trough, possibly same low, but a significant trough for the day, roughly around like, let's say 12:15 to 1:20-ish, somewhere in there. Another trough takes place between 2 and 3 o'clock-ish. And there's another low correlator in the post market. But we also have some indications of highs, and there is a lot of volatility, guys, a lot of volatility. So I'm thinking that probably have a move out of that midday trough / possible same low for the day. But that we have a move out of that. And then another, looks like maybe another significant poke at the higher side of things, between like around like 125-ish. And then it looks like we have a real opportunity, or I've got an opportunity right in the last hour at a notable peak to open up some more short positions, because we're going to have a poof. Like I'm really looking forward to that. So I think probably what I will do is I will sell some of the puts that I doubled down on. This is probably what I'll do. I'll sell some of the puts that I doubled down on today, keep some of them. They all expire on the 27th, so there's some time there. And then with that cash, do a day trade, buying calls and then selling calls. And then and I do the buy and the sell of the calls, probably like the whole day trade would be between like 10 and 12 o'clock. Like the whole thing would take place and be done. And then it's possible we have a higher high than when I sell, but point being is that the opportunity for me to open those like more short positions will be towards the end of the day. Sometimes there's better price opportunities, but like I'll get a suggestion like for something that isn't the best price, but knowing like how I would react to the behavior, like it's a better opportunity. You always have to think about your mentality and how it's going to impact your decisions. So important, guys. So important. Anyhow, so looks to me like the preview card for the following day, a Monday, is going to be establishing support. Yeah, and there's almost certainly going to be a really big drop at the open, or like gap down somewhere in there. towards the beginning of the day. We got the full moon showing up on Wednesday. We've got Mercury going direct on Monday. We've got Pluto direct, I believe it is. Let me see. Pluto direct over the weekend, and there's some pretty significant astrological things. I also have a low correlator for the month of October on the monthly overview here on Monday, the Monday coming up. And it looks to me like there's something like really, really out of the ordinary that's happening. It could have to do with a female leader. I'm sensing something to do with the environment. But in any case, there's definitely a lot to suggest that we're moving lower, and that those short positions that I opened, this was the ideal day to do it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I've been picking up on this drop here for a while, so I'm betting on it big. It all depends on your risk tolerance, people. Don't fuck around with risk tolerance. Like it's the difference between success, like being right and succeeding, and being right and failing and losing money anyways. That's your risk tolerance. It's so important. Anyhow, guys, again, that's basically one option. I think the other option is that we break through a new resistance level right at the beginning of the day before we crash and burn, but that's much less likely. And in any case, it's still the same kind of like sequence of events. It just means that it would have started at maybe a different price level than what I'm expecting. Sometimes this sort of thing happens, but I'm getting a lot of indication of what I described here earlier. So in any case, guys, I hope this helps. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this is going. Like, there's like dicks that come on here. I went and I looked at some of the comments. Oh my God, like nobody leaves bad comments. And then once in a while you get this dick that's like, oh, I did this like homework and this prediction was not accurate because of this one component or whatever the hell it is. It's like, how about all of the other predictions that are, my friend? Like, why be a troll? Thank you for holding me accountable. The post was erased when I went to go look at it. It was in my inbox, but when I went to the video, it was gone. So I quoted it and I put it back. I have no problem being accountable. I don't get it right every time. There isn't the fucking person on the planet that gets it right as well as I do, as often and as consistently as I do. So big fucking deal. It was wrong. I took the hit just like anybody that followed me, right? But I wonder why it disappeared. Probably because anybody that's ever wrote a negative comment about one of my predictions, I've never heard from them again. They just feel stupid afterwards. So in any case, guys, I really appreciate your support. Like, spread the word, tell people how kick-ass this is, because I beat the market this month by 333%. I beat the S&P 500 over this month so far by 333%, only trading the SPY, which means that I used the same exact vehicle that the S&P 500 used to get its gains. I used the same exact vehicle and produced 330% more gains than if you just sat in the S&P and done nothing. Just sat there. Any case, I hope you guys are making money with me. I'm excited. Things are getting real, real great out here. Talk to y'all later.